Hello, my name is John Bagley, and this is the final project presentation for the Wanna Pizza Me Italian restaurant website. This is the website's homepage. At the top of every page, there's a header that includes both a navigation bar and a restaurant logo that links to the homepage. And at the bottom of every page, there is a footer as well that has address, store hours, and a copyright at the bottom. In the homepage itself, I pretty much included a large picture, a description, and then a Google Maps insert that is pointing to UW Stout because I'm saying that the restaurant is located on campus at UW Stout. As we move to the photo gallery, this is where my CSS transition effects come into play, as I basically do what we did in one of the earlier labs, as each picture comes into focus as you hover over it with the mouse. Pretty basic. My menu, I decided to do a single page that incorporates all the items in the menu. And as you can see, it lists every single one of them from top to bottom. Each one is categorized by its menu item category, whether it's appetizers, pizza, salad, sandwiches, or pasta. And then they all have each item is in a box with a picture and then a button that brings up the price and the description in a jQuery element that gives us a little pop-up window, a little X in the top right that can close out things and spins upside down when you hover over it, and a close link down here that closes out the pop-up. And each price and description does bring up the unique price and description for each item in the menu. I decided to hand code the responsiveness of the site because there were a few elements here and there that I like to have a little bit more control over, where I shrunk them down or lined them up properly so they looked nice. This is a pretty basic one page on the site, the Contact Us page, just to show that in all the pages, as you shrink down from a desktop size to a tablet size, the background picture of the tablecloth disappears. And then as you shrink it down further, the logo goes to the top. And then when we get down to that mobile size, the menu goes from a horizontal layout to a vertical layout. And the footer also goes from a horizontal to a vertical layout. In the contact page itself, when we look at its functionality, I've already pre-filled out the form here. And then if we hit send feedback, it redirects to the confirmation page, which says thank you for submission with the name John Bagley that I entered, and then a little bit more, and then it has a link back to the homepage. As we go to the database, you can see that this most recent entry is the information we just entered into the contact form. Everything I had as a unique field in here except for the state ID, which links to states. Since there's a drop-down menu, it only gives you one of the 51 options, the 50 states or Washington, D.C. As we go to the menu table, everything was a unique option unique field except for price and category, which category links to the 5 categories, and price goes over to the price table, which either has a single option in the small category for the non-pizza items, or 3 different options for small, medium, and large for pizza options. The biggest challenge while working on this project was getting the Contact Us and confirmation pages to work together properly. At first I forgot to include a comma and space in some concatenating, which messed up a lot of the code I was using, and it took me about an hour or 2 to fix. And then I was trying to use header location for the redirect from the Contact Us to the confirmation page, but no matter what I tried, it wouldn't work. So I ended up finding this snippet of code at the bottom there on the internet and gets the job done. So it works. My biggest success on this project is I felt pretty proud about my menus code. I planned it all out before doing any of the physical coding, and the coding itself went really smoothly, and it ended up looking pretty good. And it was all nicely laid out in one page, formatted well, so I was happy with that. And the biggest thing I learned during the semester is to always have some extra time, because the thing that you're expecting to be quick is probably going to be the longest thing, take up the most amount of time during the project. Biggest example from this project is the contact us and confirmation pages for me, as they took out probably as much time as, uh, or more time than any of the other parts of it by far. And in this case, I was still okay because I planned ahead of time, had some extra time, but still, I always expect the unexpected.